Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome to today's episode of Top Deck. We are breaking down Standard 2022 today here with the #1 deck from the Black Pearl Tournament for Standard 2022. Very exciting, a Dimir control version. I really wanted to run this version because it's a nice new take on a very popular one. Last one we ran was Charizard James. This one is Nathan. So congratulations, Nathan, for taking down the Black Pearl Tournament here. Very excited about that and covering your list here and providing our audience and channel members a nice take for best of 3 and something that you can bring into a tournament or be well prepared at standard rotation, my friends. So appreciate everyone tuning in. Flip me a like if you enjoyed today's video. On top of that, if you got questions, if you have comments, let me know down below, or feel free to hop over to the details and join us in the Discord server. You'll also find the deck list available to you and the timestamps where we will break down the strategy objective of this list. We'll cover some of the boarding for you, and then we're going to go play that competitive Magic here today in Standard 2022, and then do a retrospective and take on where this sits in the meta, my friends. So very excited again by Nathan's list here. It's a nice fresh take in terms of a traditional Dimir control deck that we have going on. So appreciate you tuning in. Great ways to stay connected down below. Other fun ways to support the channel and benefits to you on things like discounts on custom sleeves or playmats, or becoming a YouTube member, patron, lots of deck list reviews, things like that. So Planeswalkers, here's what we got going on for a Standard 2022 #1 Black Pearl list, Dimir control by Nathan today. So one of the big pieces here is it's not running all the Planeswalkers. We don't have Mordekainen. We don't have Lolith. We do have Professor Onyx at the top end. Ways to take the match down. We got Valky here as well. But obviously we can actually pivot in some of the mana base if we need to and get that to 7, which is great. So that's a good win condition. Crawling Barons is huge, along with all of the Storm Giants. So those are some top end ways to get in, along with Professor and so forth. Everything else is really about controlling the board like your traditional control deck. You're going to have the direct kill spells. This is great. You want to save this for Planeswalkers as well. We have what I like, anti-cognition here as well, because we get this ability to scry 2 and get a little bit of smoothing. If we have 8 or more cards in the graveyard, we get to counter that spell and scry. Otherwise, it's a slip for 2. But again, this only counters target creature or Planeswalker, so keep that in mind. We do have Disdainful Stroke for some of the more powerful stuff. We got a Power Word Kill in here. Additionally, what I really like is Soul Shatter. We got our other good coming, and Poison the Cups for those foretells spells, along with Behold the Multiverse. Biggest pieces here, we got Shadow's Verdict for that board wipe, and Graven Lore to go find things that we need, which is very, very powerful. Now, this isn't fully our snows, so we got to keep that in mind. You probably won't always get to max that out, but we'll figure it out as we go here today. So very exciting list, like what we have here on kind of that Grixis pivot if you needed to, which it also opens you up in the sideboarding too. We'll talk about that a little bit more here in a second. So strategy objective of the list, it is a control list, locking things down early game, getting the late game, and punching home and closing out the match. So in terms of best of 3, we're going to break this down 3 ways: aggro, mid-range, and late game. So aggro decks, things like the mono green, mono white right now. We have some life gain, Selesnya type stuff in there too. Mono red, we got goblins, we got Boros goblins, Boros aggro, those kinds of things as well. Here, what you're going to want to focus on is definitely kill spell type stuff. So you're going to move things in like Power Word Kill, other things that work great, Crippling Fear on top of that. One of the things that you can pivot in here, which is Cosima. So Cosima is going to act as both that blocker and that draw, which can be very, very powerful for you there as well. So that was a fun one that I did ask Nathan about. So thank you, Nathan, on providing kind of your take on some of these things, on why you move those in. Things that you're going to take out are the Disdainful Strokes. You could always drop an Onyx if you wanted to, or a Graven Lore, depending on if you're on the draw. And that's kind of the way to go. So that is what we have in that space. Then as we move to mid-range, mid-range things here that can be fun to add in. Magma Opus, Crippling Fear as an example, can be very deck specific too, and Nathan's always happy to share that, and I might post their comments down below for you too. But things here in the space, again, if they're more creature based, Power Word Kill, Skyclave can be something decent too if you want to put some of that pressure on. We got Disdainful Strokes, or the Negates or Test of Talents if they pivot out some of those creatures. Magma Opus, again, here is that good balance card too, in terms of ramp or pivoting and give you some other abilities here, which I really like seeing in this list as well. And it's a good mid-range to late game kind of change in that I like seeing that Nathan added. Then last but not least, we have our late game matchups. So these are going to be more mirror. These could be some Sultai, Azorius, those kinds of things that you still might find out there, Grixis, in that space, or potentially some of the Dragons decks. Here, Magma Opus, potentially a lot more in terms of the top end here, Disdainful Strokes, Negates, Test of Talents kinds of a thing. I don't mind sneaking in a Cosima as well for some of the draw, things that you'll pull out, potentially Power Word Kill, Shadow's Verdict, maybe Poison the Cup, and then everything else still kind of hits Planeswalkers there that you can keep in mind. So that is the strategy objective of this list. Again, late game, locking things down, taking it home, and then also how we're going to break down boarding for best of 3 should you get the opportunity to play this in a tournament, or if you do want to pivot quickly right out of the gate here at rotation. So thank you, Nathan, for your additional comments and back and forth. And now let's go ahead and play some competitive Magic here in Standard 2022 today with our #1 deck list coming out of the Black Pearl tournament. All right, so standard ranked. There's a Grixis Dragons one that we did, broke down, that Sela did, our Agent Bats winning our multiverse tournament. Today we're doing Nathan's list. So let's get our three matches in here, and we'll go from there, my friends. So we don't have a ton of kill, but we do have good ramp. I'm going to try this because we're first. We'll go from there. Gotta get serious. All right, we'll drop that first. Now we can go into that Blight Step. Ooh, let's do that. Let's see what we can pull. Oof. We can grab Cosima. If we grab this, they're not going to be able to add anything for some time. So let's grab that guy and slow him down. Cosima would have been great to steal. We'll move that over now. So this is a Simic ramp deck that's become really popular as of late. So that's 4. We'll go red here. Then we want to get our Barons going. We'll need to save Poison the Cup or Cosima. Now we'll be able to add our 4, and then next turn we can actually start attacking in with our Barons if we want to. So we got 3, 7. We can drop that a little bit later here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can get that too if we need to. Take this thing off. Maybe. Might have a counter spell. Oh. Let us grab that.
Go digging.
We could have grabbed the counter. They're getting close. Ooh. Interesting take there. One, two, three, four, five, six gives them what they're going to want. We're gonna go grab Cosima. I think. We could go to 7. They're going to be able to drop Cosima, which is going to be a problem for us. We can exile with this, though, and then play Cosima, too. So that might be the better take. Let's do this.
The essence of life is inseparable from the essence of death.
We want a second shadows. I think we just grab the one.
Come on, there's got to be something.
All right. So we know they're gonna play their. Oh, they probably got 3 of them, huh? I don't know. We'll find out. Ooh. It's not quite there. Unless they have 3 of them in their hand. They might have all of them. And we didn't have any counter spells. No, it's just enough. They only needed 2. We needed to pull that counter spell, unfortunately. Bummer, we were off by 1. Guess we could have ripped the Shadows Verdict too. Unfortunate, my friends. All right, we'll go into our next best of 1 here. That is a very, very popular list right now. The ramp, Simic ramp. Ugh. Ugh. Just did not have the right spells against that one. It happens. All right, Jagger Bear. Here we go. Now we have some of these. We'll keep this, and we have our Shadows Verdict. Try it again. Mono white. We'll go there. Now we may have to do double black, so we'll have to see here. Don't need to do double black. We're gonna run into some issues though if they are playing Totally Foretell, because these can't counter that, which is a problem. That helps. There's a Cosima. Go double black. Now we need the blue. But wait, we need that other blue. That's the big problem for us right now. What can they grab? Have to give it to him, which I don't like. And again, missing that blue. Big problem for us. It's unfortunate. That's how this game goes, though. There we go. But wait. There's another blue. Let's make this guy big, huh? That's fine. One, two, three, four, five. We'll do the one there. See if they save it. Let's see if we lock this in. They might push that back. Nope. All right. If they cast their mascot, there we go. That time we got it. We got it in our favor. Yes. Not bad. There we go. There we go, my friends. On to our third and final best of one here today. Whew. Let's see if we can tee it up to be right at the cusp. Whew, whew, whew. Very exciting there. Now, see, we played around that perfectly, and we had the cards, which was big. And we waited and were patient. And great way to support the channel, my friends. Swag. Other ways to stay connected. Go from there. We're actually gonna mulligan that, so that's not nice. This is okay. We'll keep this. We can. I kind of want to keep that. This is not as good, but we'll try it. All right, might be all right now. But wait, in case, most likely they're gonna play the 2, which is fine. Most likely. They did not. We'll let them do that. So we kind of lost a little bit there. Now they might play Kaya. There it is. Yeah.
Don't worry, I got you.
So that is not what we need. Kaya is going to be an issue for us here. No matter how we played that, though, minus keeping the kill spell, we would have been in trouble.
Ghosting feels weird, I know.
Take both those.
I'm just gonna... So much for a new start.
All right. Here's the red. We'll rip everything off, hopefully. They get their 2 flyers, they'll go be able to grab. We'll give them that chance.
This should be a nice break from Ravnica.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's cast this. Cancel, actually. That's going to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Let's go with another blue. Take that off. There we go.
I quit.
We need to go grab a counterspell here, though. That's going to be the big piece on this one. Or a board wipe. Actually need both. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're real close. 5, 9. hard cast there. Ooh, it's not good enough. That is going to do it for us, I think. Planeswalkers. We didn't hit. We can go 2. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Maybe we should have went that instead of the 4. That might have been the better play. I don't know if I had enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Been close. Let's see what we had. How close was it? We could have got it. Would we've had enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could have. Oh, little sleep deprivation there, maybe. Little sleep deprivation. If we would have went and grabbed that, that might have caught us in there. So unfortunate, but it happens. It does happen. Very exciting list. Nonetheless, congratulations, Nathan, on taking down the Black Pearl tournament, getting #1 there, my friends. Like what we have going on. So let's talk a little bit about what we have with this list. So best of 1, Dimir Control actually isn't one of the best decks right now, but I think it's way better in best of 3 right now because you can move a lot of these things in. A lot of the problems that we would have hit in best of 1, this is definitely split well in the middle. We can pivot hard and cover the way that we need to. Certainly love the Crawling Barrens aspect. Love what we have going on here. It was very close. That third match there against the Orzhov control list, if I would have played the Graven lore, I might have been close to pulling that Chaz Riddick because we did have the 2 and then we drew 2, so that's 4. We would have seen where we got a scry pretty high, and then we would have get a draw, draw 3. So it would have been really close there in terms of the recovery, and I think we would have had just enough for Sock coming. We could have kept in that list. But in best of 3, I think this one's a little bit stronger. I think it's probably tier 2, maybe on the higher end, and then best of 3, it's more of a tier 3 list. It just does not, it barely broke 50% win rates, which we've seen in the Friday night meta. But congratulations again, Nathan. Everyone, if you got questions, or Planeswalkers, if you got questions or comments, let me know down below. Love to hear from you. Deck list is available to you in the description, so you have access to it right away. On top of that, if you got other questions, feel free to hop in the Discord server. We'll see you in there. Great ways to stay connected and support the channel, my friends, there as well. Stay tuned because we got a lot more stuff coming your way. Lots of stuff on the channel here. We got more Standard 2022 top decks for Standard, Historic, Jank. We got our tier list coming, particularly Historic, so stay tuned for that. And then our Friday night meta. All right, Planeswalkers, stay safe out there. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Mythras out.